Wisdom Symphony.
Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a loop repeating the same day over and over? You wake up, go through the motions, and nothing seems to change. Meanwhile, others around you seem to have it all figured out, like they've got some secret playbook to this thing we call life. Here's the truth. Life is a game, and believe it or not, you've got the playbook too. You just haven't realized it yet. Imagine life as a massive, intricate board game. Each day, you roll the dice, make decisions, and move your piece forward. Sometimes you land on a sweet spot. Other times, it feels like you're sent back to square one. The good news? You're not just a pawn on this board, you're the player, and you're holding the cards. But here's the kicker. Most of us are playing this game on autopilot, reacting to whatever comes our way without realizing that we have the power to shape the game itself. What if I told you that you could rewrite the rules, change the board, and tilt the odds in your favor? It's all possible. And today, I'm going to teach you how to outsmart the game of reality. You see, the game isn't just happening around you, it's happening within you. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel, they're all creating your experience of the game. Once you understand this, you can start playing with intention. You can become the master of your own game. Today, we're going to unlock the secrets to playing this game like a pro. We'll explore 5 key rules that will help you understand how reality really works and how you can use this knowledge to your advantage. Whether you want more success, deeper relationships, or just a sense of peace and fulfillment, these rules are the keys to getting there. So grab a pen, take some notes, and get ready to change the way you see your life. By the end of this video, you won't just be a player in the game of reality, you'll be its creator. And trust me, once you start playing with this mindset, everything changes. Are you ready to begin? All right, let's start by breaking down what I mean by the game of reality. I want you to imagine that life is like one of those complex, open-world video games. You know, the kind where you can explore vast landscapes, interact with other characters, and make choices that affect the outcome of your journey. But here's the twist. Unlike a typical video game where the environment is programmed and the outcomes are predetermined, in the game of reality, you're the one doing the programming. Think about it. Every single experience you've had, every interaction, every success, and every failure, these aren't just random events. They're reflections of your internal world. Your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions act like the code of the game, creating your unique experience of reality. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I don't control everything that happens to me. And you're right to an extent. There are external factors and events that seem beyond our control. But here's the magic. While you might not be able to control every event, you can control how you perceive and respond to them. And this perception shapes your experience more than you might think. Imagine life as a giant mirror. What you see in that mirror is a direct reflection of what's going on inside you. If you're constantly thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," then that's what you'll see reflected back at you in the form of missed opportunities or negative experiences. But if you start thinking, "I am capable," or "I deserve success," you begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. The game of reality is deeply tied to your inner state. The better you understand this, the more effectively you can navigate life. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, you begin to see yourself as an active player with the power to shape your destiny. The key is to remember that this isn't just about positive thinking or wishful thinking. It's about genuinely aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with the reality you want to create. So, as we move forward, keep this in mind. You're not just a participant in the game of life. You're its creator. And the more you understand this, the more you can start to play the game on your own terms. Rule 1. Reality is more than just physical. Let's dive deeper into the first rule for mastering this game. Reality is more than just physical. Most people think that life is all about what you can see, touch, and measure, the tangible stuff. We're taught from a young age that success comes from hard work, physical effort, and measurable achievements. While there's some truth to that, it's only scratching the surface. The real game is happening on a deeper level, one that's mental and spiritual. Imagine you're trying to push a boulder up a hill. You're using all your strength, every muscle in your body is straining, but it feels like the boulder just won't budge. Now, imagine someone comes along and tells you that there's a button at the top of the hill that activates a conveyor belt, making it so much easier to move the boulder. The button represents your mind and spirit in this analogy. Without understanding how to activate that button, you're relying solely on brute force. Many of us go through life like this, pushing the boulder with all our might, unaware that there's a mental and spiritual component that could make our journey so much easier. We've all heard stories of people who seem to achieve their goals effortlessly, almost as if by magic. They're not lucky, they're simply playing the game on all levels. They've learned to align their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with their desired outcomes, creating a kind of mental conveyor belt that propels them forward. When you start to understand that your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions is just as real and influential as the physical actions you take, you unlock a new level of power. It's like turning on the hidden engines that make everything else work more smoothly. You start to realize that the struggle isn't always necessary. Sometimes it's about finding the right alignment. Rule 2, you are the creator of your own rules. Now let's talk about something incredibly empowering. You are the creator of your own rules. This might sound a bit abstract at first, but let me break it down. In every game, there are rules that determine how it's played. In life, these rules are your beliefs and perceptions. They shape your experiences, dictate your choices, and ultimately create your reality. Think of your mind as a master architect. Every belief you hold is like a blueprint that designs the structure of your life. If you believe that success only comes with struggle, guess what? Your life will be filled with struggle. But if you believe that opportunities come easily, your experience will start to reflect that belief. It's not magic, it's psychology and energy in action. Remember, these beliefs aren't set in stone. You weren't born believing that you're limited or that life is a constant battle. These beliefs were learned, picked up from parents, teachers, society, and personal experiences. The good news is that anything learned can be unlearned. You have the power to question, challenge, and rewrite these rules at any moment. Take a moment to think about the rules you currently live by. Do you believe that you have to work tirelessly to get what you want? Do you think that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough? These are all self-imposed limitations. It's like playing a video game with one hand tied behind your back because someone told you it's the only way to play. Rule 3, you can't have what you need. All right, let's move on to the next rule, which might sound a bit confusing at first. You can't have what you need. This idea can feel counterintuitive, but it's actually one of the most profound principles in the game of reality. Let me explain what I mean by this. When you constantly think, I need this, whether it's money, love, success, or anything else, you're actually emphasizing the fact that you don't have it. You're creating a mindset of lack, and that's what the universe responds to. It's like tuning into a radio station that's all about scarcity and absence. You might not realize it, but by focusing on what you need, you're pushing it further away. Think about it like this. Imagine you're desperately trying to catch a butterfly with a net. The more you chase it, the more frantic you become, and the further away the butterfly flies. But if you sit still, relax, and just hold out your hand, the butterfly might just come to you. The same thing happens with life. The more you need something, the more it feels out of reach. But when you act as if you already have it, you align yourself with its presence, and suddenly it's within your grasp. This doesn't mean you should pretend or deceive yourself into thinking you have something you don't. It's about shifting your mindset from one of desperation to one of fulfillment. Start by imagining how it would feel to have what you desire. Picture it vividly in your mind. How does it change your daily life? How does it make you feel? When you embody those feelings, you start to resonate with the frequency of already having it, and that's when the magic happens. Think about a time when you really wanted something, maybe a job or a relationship, and you were so focused on needing it that it felt like you were pushing it away. Now, recall a time when you wanted something but weren't desperate for it. You were confident, relaxed, and maybe even a bit indifferent to the outcome. More often than not, those are the times when things just seem to fall into place. That's the power of letting go of need. Rule 4. The strongest frequency wins. Let's talk about rule number 4. The strongest frequency wins. In the game of reality, it's not about how hard you work or even how much you want something. It's about the energy or frequency you consistently put out into the world. This frequency is a combination of your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and overall mindset. Think of your frequency like a radio signal. If you're broadcasting on the frequency of doubt, fear, or lack, that's what you're going to attract into your life. It's like tuning into a radio station that only plays sad songs. You're surrounded by that energy, and it becomes your reality. But if you're broadcasting on a frequency of abundance, joy, and confidence, that's what you'll attract. You're essentially creating your own personal soundtrack of success. Let's use an analogy to explain this further. Imagine you're at a party and there's a dance floor. Some people are just standing on the edges, swaying awkwardly, unsure of themselves. Others are in the middle, dancing with full confidence, completely lost in the music. Who do you think is having a better time? Who do you think is attracting others to join them? The ones in the middle, of course. They're not necessarily the best dancers, they're just emitting a strong, confident frequency that draws others in. Your life works the same way. When you're confident in your desires and believe in your ability to achieve them, you emit a strong magnetic frequency. People, opportunities, and experiences are naturally drawn to you. It's not about being perfect or never feeling doubt. It's about maintaining a consistent frequency of belief in your vision, regardless of external circumstances. This isn't to say you should ignore challenges or pretend everything is always perfect. Life will throw curveballs, that's part of the game. But it's how you respond to those challenges that determines your frequency. If you face setbacks with the belief that they're temporary and that you're still on your path, your frequency remains strong. But if you let doubt and fear take over, your frequency weakens and you start to attract more of what you don't want. Rule 5, reality doesn't care if you're nice. Finally, let's dive into the last rule. Reality doesn't care if you're nice. Now, this might sound a bit harsh, but bear with me. We've all been taught from a young age that if we're good people, kind, generous, and polite, good things will come our way. And while being a good person is certainly important, it's not what determines your reality. Reality operates on a different set of principles than the ones we're often taught. It's not like a cosmic scorecard keeping track of your good deeds versus your bad ones. Instead, it responds to the energy you project, your beliefs about yourself, and the strength of your convictions. You could be the nicest person in the world, but if deep down you believe you're not worthy of success or happiness, that's the reality you're going to experience. Think of it like this. Reality is like a garden. You can plant seeds of kindness and generosity, but if you don't believe that you deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you might never harvest anything. Meanwhile, someone else might plant fewer seeds, but water them with confidence and self-belief, and their garden flourishes. Look around and you'll see countless examples of this. There are people who are perceived as bad by societal standards, yet they seem to have everything they want. Why? Because they have an unwavering belief in their own worth and a strong sense of self-concept. They operate from a place of certainty that they deserve success, and the universe responds to that conviction. This isn't about saying you should be less kind or that you should disregard morality. It's about understanding that being nice isn't enough. If your inner state is filled with doubt, fear, or unworthiness, then no amount of kindness will change your reality. You have to believe deep down that you are worthy of the life you desire. And there you have it, 5 powerful rules to help you outsmart the game of reality. Remember, this game isn't about beating others or proving yourself to the world. It's about mastering your own mind, beliefs, and emotions to create the life you truly desire. So go ahead, start crafting the reality you want. Remember, you're not just a participant, you're the creator. And the more you embrace this power, the more you'll see the world transform before your very eyes. Until next time, keep playing, keep learning, and keep believing in your own power. The game of reality is yours to master. Let's go out there and win it together.